I see Joey has his bell.
Yep. We're streaming as long as there it goes. It says it's starting. The stream is starting, man.
The stream has begun.
Now there's a delay. Here it comes. Here it comes. We're started. We're on. Okay, everybody. Welcome to an EGOS blog, video log, blog. And it's live. And this time I'm doing it right. I did one of these outside just a few minutes ago, and it sucked because I had wind noise. My phone microphone wasn't that clear. I forgot to select the quality on the program I was using. It was a third-party app, and it was set to 360p. So I just hid that thing, and we're doing a take two. And we're in studio right now with Blanco Basura. What's up?
What's up?
No lower thirds, because today we're going kind of low production value. Extremely low production value.
That's the name of the show, low production value.
It's not like we ever have super high production value, but I don't know. We're using the good mics.
Spielberg,
we've got a decent image right now. So
at Spielberg, we're not.
No. We're not trying to be.
No.
So if I may, I'm going to grab my notes here about what I was going to talk about. Okay, so we've got a Facebook stream that we're planning to do in about an hour and 15 minutes from now. So at 8 p.m. Pacific time,
Pacific
we're
Standard Time.
We're going to be on Facebook with Incoherent Ramblings. So that's not an EGOS production, it's an Incoherent Ramblings thing. FYI, our website is down right now due to technical issues. So we got to get on tech support with that. But we're going to do Facebook live stream because I want to try out a few things to find out if we can interact with people better, because Facebook does a much better job of notifying people that you're live than YouTube does. And we're going to also see if anyone wants to jump on and either get on Skype, Hangouts, or Facebook live video with us, and they could be part of the stream. But it's going to be another behind the scenes.
Because that's what you want. You want to be a part of this stream.
Yes, you do. You know you do.
Yeah.
You know who you are. So we're going to make that available, see if anyone wants to bite. Now, additional things coming up is we're going to be going to Whedon Con, right?
Woo! Hells yeah.
So Whedon Con, May 19th through the 21st. And we're just going to be checking that out, I hope. So there we go. Whedon Con, here's the website. So apparently Joss Whedon has a testimonial about his own convention, which is kind of cool.
So you know it's legit.
And Felicia Day, who worked very closely with Joss Whedon on several projects.
Which again, you know it's legit.
So I'm going to give myself some homework here because honestly, I've never watched Buffy.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. Honestly, I consider myself a fairly, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not, crazy like a lot of people are Joss Whedon fan. But I do consider myself a fairly big Joss Whedon fan, and the Buffy Angel, I wasn't so much. You know who was into that? Scott and Chris were the ones that were really into that. Not
Did they
so
have a
me.
thing for each other? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm not saying anything.
I still think they might, to be honest, but
I'm not saying anything about the orientation of people like Buffy because I'm sure it's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Seth Green was.
I'm digging such a bad hole for myself here.
Yes,
this is going out live.
Yes, you are. Which,
oh my gosh,
Seth Green was also on Buffy, which I do dig Seth Green. Robot Chicken. Whoop! Little plug for you there, Seth.
So anyway, my apologies to everybody because I just offended everyone, I think. But Whedon Con, big fan of Firefly, and I want to check out some of his other work because DrHorribles SingAlong blog is pretty awesome.
They also have
Avengers wasn't bad.
They also have I've been to a couple actually. One was at Whedoncon that I was actually at fairly recently. They have they set it up, the whole DrHorribles SingAlong blog. They set it up like did you ever go see a Rocky Horror?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, where they put it on the screen and everyone just watches it and makes comments.
So everyone's like
shouting crap
wait for
out
it.
And,
wait for it. Patient. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it also an RKO production? RK what?
No, it's not, but
all right, so on to other things. Look forward to that. I'm going to do some coverage from there, publish it after the convention. I think I'm going on the 21st because that's the day I can swing it. So it's going to be like the tail end of the. So I'll probably
don't worry, I'll fill you in on what you missed.
Awesome,
because that's what friends do.
Now the next thing I want to say is upcoming is I have several reviews in the wings, and I've just been getting devices left and right. And you might wonder, like, why do I care about a review? Like, you're not early with the reviews. You're, not unbiased because, I'm a geek, so I'm going to like certain things better than others. But I think that there's value in my reviews because, like I said in my promo, they're honest. And, I have my own bias because I'm coming at it from the perspective of these are products from companies I typically enjoy, but
well, in all fairness, not to interrupt you, I apologize. But in all fairness,
well, that's why you're here, to interrupt me.
To be fair and to interrupt you. But in all fairness, no review is really unbiased. I mean, it's going to be biased because every review is biased towards that reviewer's particular taste or whatever it is. So to say that your review isn't biased is like, I mean, well, of course it is. It's your opinion, just like every review is that person's opinion.
And that might be why you could call it extra honest, because I'm telling you right up front about my bias, and you'll be aware of it. But I mean, you're absolutely right, because if you have a perspective on something, you're biased. End of story.
Well, and the thing is every review. I mean, what you review, like even wine tasting or anything like that, like not subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or is subjective. I don't objective, subjective, whatever the difference is. You know what I mean? It's
right.
It's all depending upon your own taste. So someone may like the $150 bottle of wine, but someone may like the $20 box of wine. It's all dependent upon your opinion. And
somebody likes $2 Chuck.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I remember the days of T-Bird, bro. I'm down with you. But it was classy. It was in a bottle.
Heck, you could put King Cobra in a wine bottle, and I'd probably drink that too. So there you go. And laser. The worst of the 40s.
Oh, wow.
Old English. Okay, so was that what that was called? Old English 800 or something like that?
Old English.
Jeez, dude. Why do I know all these?
Because you're a hood rat.
I totally am, I guess.
You look hood rat. I look at you and I think hood rat.
Yep. And I'm wearing my Colorado shirt, which is like everyone's like, he must smoke the weeds.
Oh, that's that. But, you don't even. Okay, you want to talk about shirts? So
actually, don't. But
how's that for freaking?
The Kessel run.
My Kessel run. It's a charity run for Cookie Pox.
That's awesome.
Kessel fun run. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
back to the point. What we were talking about.
Also, just in terms of being honest and reviewing, I'm not sponsored. I don't take advertising from anyone. I don't intend to ever, and I don't get pre-release units, and no one from these companies pays me any favors. So basically, anything I'm reviewing is something I bought with my own money and something I'm using. So I'm just going to give you my ideas on what it's like to use it. And coming up, I've spent enough time now. You probably saw the unboxing video of my Pixel XL. So that's going to be a future review. I think I've spent enough time with it that I can give you the ins and outs.
So quick question. I didn't see the unboxing video. Is it safe for work?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually
I knew
silent.
how excited you were to get the Pixel XR. I didn't know if
first words out of my mouth were bloop. Yeah.
Well, no, I wasn't referring to that. I was referring to more of the pornographic.
I pixelated the necessary areas. Okay, just so you know.
Took about 2 or 3 pixels, right?
This is taking way longer to cover the material than when I did this by myself.
Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
But it's like 800 times more fun to watch, I'm sure, because this is kind of cool. The other thing that I just received a couple days ago is the Daydream VR. And nice. I just have to do this because, why not? So just give in.
Nice.
Yeah, so I haven't had enough time to use this a lot to give you the full review. But, just like the Pixel XL, I'll give you a spoiler. Overwhelmingly positive so far. The other thing is I haven't used this enough. This is the Osmo Mobile 3-axis gimbal. My G4 phone was really acting up, and it was very difficult to employ this, but since I've had the Pixel XL, I've had a few occasions to use it, and that review will be coming up as well. And then I can't show it to you because that's my camera at the moment, the Microsoft Surface Book. I mean, it's kind of an older device because it's been on the market for, I don't know, 18 months now or something. But it's still a fairly unique device in its category because no one's made anything exactly like it. And they haven't really updated this line with the sequel yet. So I think it's still relevant to give you my thoughts on it. And, that one's a little bit of a mixed bag. I think it caters well to very specific use cases. And that's also a part of what I want to cover in my reviews. Like I'm going to say like, this is what you might think of it if you're more of a normie and less of a geek. And if you're more of a geek, then you might think of it this way, So I can try to give you both perspectives and say like, I definitely come at it from the geek perspective. But if you're not a geek, you might not value these things I value.
I can honestly say I'd never heard that phrase before.
The normie?
Normie.
Or a normal, maybe.
Yeah.
Normie, normal, whatever.
So geeks aren't normal is what you're trying to say. You know what? F you.
Just look at us.
Hey.
I don't know. Anyone watching knows this is not normal. Just saying. Oh, and the other thing.
Yeah, but normal compared to what?
To normalcy.
You know what? You go to a place like Comic-Con, we're pretty freaking normal.
That's actually true, yeah, because we're not Mr. and Mrs. Cosplay.
Hey, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I'm a big secret. It's not really a big secret, so don't whatever. But I'm gonna try this year at Comic-Con because I'm actually going. I haven't been in I don't even know how long, but I'm actually going to try and dress for this Comic-Con. And you'll never guess as what. Go ahead, try.
Oh, Wookiee.
Nope. What? Whoa, hey. I think
he's trying to all you would have to do is put a bandolier on and you're there.
He's trying to say I'm a little of the Harry persuasion. I think he's trying to say. No.
Okay, what would you? I'll make. You're
not going to guess it, but go ahead and try.
Oh shoot! Yeah, this isn't easy because I'm trying to think what you're a super fan of.
Well, okay,
and then okay,
it's not any of the obvious.
Jack Burton.
It's not. Oh, that would be cool.
Because they sell the shirt, you could get the Pork Chop Express and all that.
Oh, dude, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. But no, not Jack Burton.
And invite one of your friends to be Wang or something.
David Lopan.
You could get David Kim to be Wang.
Okay, get Dave King to be
King,
David Lopan.
I'm
trying to think who.
Sorry,
Wang.
I got his name wrong. Sorry about that. Okay, I give up. Just
dude, I'm going as a V alien, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Like, were they the same in the TV show and the movie, or different?
Like the old school red jumpsuit with the hat with the like little alien swastika on it.
Okay. Was it the same though in the movie or what?
You mean the remake that they just did? In like
no, not the remake,
did,
but
like
I mean
2000...
like back in the day there was the movie, then they kind of made a TV series out of it.
No, it was a miniseries. It was always a miniseries. Yeah, it was a 5-part miniseries. It was like 5 2-hour parts.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's what you're going on. So that's pretty cool. I have to like
the hard part. I'm going to tell you, the hard part, honestly, is going to be finding those glasses. Those glasses are going to be hard.
We just brought up like Carpenter and Kurt Russell, and well, not that he was in that, but They Live. Speaking of glasses.
Oh yeah, what did Kurt Russell have to do with They Live?
He didn't have anything to do with They Live. I corrected myself because that was Roddy Piper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know he looked kind of like Kurt Russell, but not quite.
He said, "You look normal, but you are an ugly bitch." I love that movie, dude.
So like, you're not gonna get like into
actually, I do have a friend going
right?
with me. I do have a friend going with me, and we decided we're both gonna go.
Yeah.
And one of us is going to be like total normal.
So there's the little symbol. It looks like a USB port symbol or
no,
something.
it's supposed to be like a swastika.
Right.
Is what it's supposed to be.
But it looks more like USB port. Like that's been
But anyway,
here's someone who's doing cosplay.
Yeah. So that's what we decided, like one of us is going to be. But it's not going to be me because I have a thing with like contacts. I
Okay.
I can't touch my eyeball, so
Right,
that takes me out of it.
Yeah, I would guess so. Okay, so that's cool. You're getting a little cosplay going on. And what else was I going to mention? Oh yeah, one more thing I'm going to be reviewing is the Google Fi service because I moved from Sprint to Google Fi for cellular, and again another what's probably going to be a positive review. Not to spoil the whole darn
What,
thing.
you didn't like Sprint? I saw
No.
the commercials.
No, not really.
They have the Verizon guy. They got to be good.
So I think there's this one point I'm going to wrap up on, one last thing, and it's interesting because there's been an app around for quite a while called Cardboard Camera, and until I got the Daydream viewer, I didn't realize exactly how awesome it is. And I'm turning, evangelical, not Christian evangelical, but I'm evangelizing for everybody. If you have a phone that's compatible with it, get the Cardboard Camera app and start taking pictures at places you care about.
Geeky preacher.
Yeah, totally geeky preacher. So the thing is that
sing it on the mountain, brother.
Over in LA, the only 360 photos I've taken to date were like just over a year ago at a 10-story balcony at a building in LA. And the thing is, I remember looking at them in the cardboard viewer and not being super enthused about it. It's neat because you do take a photo by holding your phone out and moving in a 360 pattern.
Right.
And then it captures and stitches together the whole thing around you. Then when you're in VR, you can look around.
Right.
And if memory serves me correctly, it was like flat. It was like seeing a wallpaper of your surroundings.
Very two-dimensional, in other words.
So it was nice, but not earth-shattering, right?
Right. I mean, it was basically a panoramic picture in 360 degrees.
Yeah, like mapped onto a cylinder around you.
Right.
It wasn't super exciting. So the thing is, I loaded the app in Daydream VR because it's one of the pre-installed things for viewing cardboard photos. And when the app first opens up, they give you a few like exotic locations that were probably professional photography, and it's all in 3D and everything. And you look around and you're like, oh wow, like those people are in front of the background and there are rocks and like terrain around you, and it looks really cool. And I'm like, I wonder what kind of like cool professional setup they used for that. Well, then I loaded my own pictures that I took just over a year ago, and they were in 3D too.
Wow.
And it's amazing because they you have an option to capture a little sound loop that gives you like the ambience of what it sounds like.
So you can hear ambient noises, so like birds chirping. Or
right.
Oh, okay. That's
so like
cool.
In that particular picture, you could kind of hear like the wind and the not like the bad wind where it's all
but like, the rustly wind.
No, like you could hear the cars on the highway and stuff. Just like the kind of sound you get from being in a high rise.
Right. City noises, basically.
Anyway, what's really cool is that it was almost like teleporting back there. And it wasn't like this big momentous occasion, but I'm like, what if it was? And I'm thinking, where has this technology been my entire life? Like, what if I could go back 20 years and go someplace that was really awesome, like, on the edge of Waimea Canyon in Hawaii, or, things like that. Or like, what if I could
up at Diamond Head or something like that over
yeah, Diamond Head, or what if I could stand next to my father again? You know what I mean? Like, my late father is just like, it made me think like, gosh, like what we've been missing not having this technology going way back. And it made me think also like, well, it's not too late. Start now. Get this app and take as many photos as you can, because whether or not you have a viewer that's compatible with it, it's an awesome enough experience that I think you're going to want to have these things going back. Like, this is now my new must-have. Like, I used to be like, oh, when I go somewhere, I'll snap a couple photos and maybe take a little video. But it's not like this huge big deal. But now it's like, if I hike somewhere or I'm going someplace I know there's going to be a good view,
it's panorama all the time.
It's like I have to do it. It's like after experiencing it, there's no going back. And just as a sample, the next morning I went outside and just in front of the house, kind of took the 360, and the cars are in the driveway, and you can see like the rose bushes out front. And it's like having it in 3D. Like I came back inside and I put it on and I was looking at the thing, and it's like, I'm outside again. Like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
And you can hear the birds chirping and all that fun stuff. So it's like, and so I'm thinking like long term, like how like when it's something a 360 photo you took yourself, it becomes so personal that it's actually like an emotional connection to
No.
that
That's, I
self.
mean, that's,
Yeah.
it's the same thing, you know, back when people used to keep like photo albums and stuff, or,
Yeah.
you know, slides or whatever. The only thing is, I mean, it's on a much grander kind of scale, you know. I mean,
Mhm.
definitely when it becomes a personal kind of thing, you know, any picture can take you back to whatever memory it was. But yeah, this just kind of ups the ante on it, I think. Kind of cool.
And one of the things with like photos, I mean, obviously photos are still, so you use your imagination to kind of bring life into them. Like, oh, I remember that moment. And that, you know, that's an advantage and a disadvantage all at the same time. Then video is this thing where you're captive to where the camera was pointing. And it's almost like you get to relive your memories, but in third person. And this was the closest I've ever had to going like, holy cow, I am like back in my old skin at this place that I was at that time, and it's like being there again.
Yeah, wait till they come up with an app where you can upload the smells and stuff. Whoa.
Right. But it's like way less of a stretch of the imagination because it really gives you this feeling of like presence, you know, because you're able to look
totally.
anywhere you want.
Well,
now,
your brain definitely fills in the blanks of, you know, what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And it totally, you know, if your eyes are seeing something, your brain is like, well, hey, we're there, you know. So yeah, it's totally.
Especially when it tracks with your head movements.
Yeah, exactly.
So to be clear, it gives you a strip because that's what your camera captured, and the top and bottom are kind of filled in with some like kind of plain-ish colors. But so like you can't necessarily look straight up or straight down. And 360 video is a thing. You know, like there are capture devices that do that. But again, it's always the flat thing. It's like wallpaper mapped on a sphere
cropped at the top and bottom. Yeah. Well, because you don't necessarily take, you know, when you're taking your 360 panorama, you're not going up and down, and you know what I mean. Like it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and you're not capturing the binocular depth field.
Yeah.
In fact, like if you had such a device that could do that, which might be coming someday, you would have a certain amount of occlusion because you would probably have to like have like two reflective spheres and have cameras around it, and the spheres would occlude each other. So when you looked certain directions, you would no longer get the stereoscopic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But anyway, wherever this technology goes, that's another aspect of it, is that like the Daydream viewer, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe it was 3D on the cardboard in the past and I just forgot about it, but it was so stunning to be kind of teleported back there that I think like the viewer is a big part of it. But the thing to keep in mind is that most Android phones, and I don't know if they have the app on iPhone, I should check into that. But like if you're just check if your phone's compatible with the cardboard camera app, because whether or not you have a viewer, you could always, you know, check with a friend who has one or something, or get one in the future when the price drops on the phones that support Daydream. Because the thing is, I think once you experience it, you're going to be blown away like I was. And the thing is that the viewing technology is only going to continue to become less expensive and better over time. Like the resolution will increase and everything like that. And maybe the cardboard camera photos you take in 2017 will be kind of low res to the ones that you can take in 2020 or whatever. But the viewer is going to improve enough that I think it won't matter so much.
Well, you know, like you said, you put photos that you took how long ago? You know, you put them in there, and it still kind of it still made them 3D. So
like over a year ago.
Even your old photos can, you know, they can be updated to that's crazy.
So my main point with it, and you're probably going to hear me talking about this for a while, you know, like on all of our podcasts.
No, you don't do that. He doesn't latch onto a topic and just go.
But the thing is, I think, you know, like do it now, and then don't regret in 5 years that you didn't, you know, take a 360 cardboard thing at your wedding or whatever, you know, whatever's going on. So it's just one of those things that, you know, capture the moment if you can. You do look a little bit like a dork because you got to sit there with your phone and kind of slowly go in a circle. But, you know, if the situation permits and it's a memorable enough scene, you're going to want to do it, or have someone do it next to you so that you're actually in the damn photo, you know. But I don't know if that ruins the connection with it to a certain degree either, because the fact that you take the photo yourself, you're standing in the same spot again when you go to view it, which is kind of novel.
Yeah, because if you take a picture with you in it, that kind of, wow, that'd be a mind f.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
You go visit someplace, and you're already standing there on the cliff, like, whoa, what?
Like, oh, there I am.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up because that was plenty of information for one vlog, and I'm gonna try to. If I'd have known it would go this long, I would have broken it up into multiple parts, but whatever. So there's more to come. I'm going to be doing these a bit more often. I'm going to experiment with the Osmo and see if I can do some vlogging, wandering around, and still get decent enough audio. But my first attempt with it using third-party software turned out horrible, so I just wanted to redo this one. So thank you for tuning in. Find me at egos.live, and this was posted on Steemit, so you'll see it there, and also on my EGOS playlist on YouTube. So check it out. EGOS Live will send you everywhere else you need to go, and this is also Blanco Basura over here. So on Steemit as well.
Yep.
Blanco Basura.
The world's worst blogger. That's me.
Why don't you spell it, just so everyone will.
Blanco. Trying to remember if there's an underscore in it or not.
There's no underscore.
Basura, just like it sounds.
Excellent. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll check you later. Bye for now.
Peace.